Okay, hello everybody. This is just doing the taillights here on the Corvette, just to zoom in on the red area of the lens and take it from there, okay? So I've got a couple of colors mixed, and I'm going to spray my lighter color first. So I will take a little texture here, a little screen here. We'll just put that up after we protect the body. I'm forgetting. Okay, so you got to always think about your areas that aren't covered. And there is frisket all around for different areas, but I'm using this for a shortcut to get to it. Okay, that's covered. That's not covered up there. Not going to be spraying too low, so I don't have to worry about way down there, but so these sticky notes, super sticky notes, really, I think we have an opening right here, so we'll get right in there. Okay, so we're isolating the area, and I'm going to take the lighter red mixture, and I'm going to start to put in some light color of the lens. Test spray it. Always test spray on the side. And basically, I'm just going to put it in because it's the lighter of the colors. There's only two colors I'll be working with, really. One would be the light area. I hope I'm not blocking it too much here. I'll go this way. I can still see through it. I see some pencil marks. I'm actually looking at another reference picture of the car. Because the one that I was using was kind of, it looked filmy, you know, the real picture, the car is shining like no tomorrow, but the actual lens looks filmy, like possibly the film of the road driving along or something. I'm not sure, but right now I just want to lay in the area like that to get a start on putting in the texture, which would be the darker red. I'm going to look at this one more time, and I'm going to fire it in a little darker right there, and maybe a little bit right in there, and over here a little more. Yeah. So it's just a base, all right? Now, as you can see, I've worked on the Corvette. If you look at the first video, you can see some of the techniques, and it's all kind of rinse and repeat. You know, you just follow what I did along, and to watch every little step is not necessary, I don't think. So we'll try it this way. Okay, so now I'm going to get the lighter color out of the gun using Createx illustration colors. Basically the transparent, you know, ones that, there you go, Createx illustration colors, and they're all transparent and can be made into opaque colors. But right now we're working with a mixture, so it is kind of opaque. I'm going to blow a little cleaner, just a little water through the gun. You'll hear the air pressure go up on the side just to get it out of the gun quicker. Which really doesn't need any major cleaning, because the next red is just the darker version on the palette, you know, of the same color. Just about. Hope I made enough of this. Let's see. I don't know if I did, but a couple drops of 40-12 reducer to make this flow. And I'm going to test it over the color on the side. See what I got here. I want it to be still a red. This looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. I can always go back in with a darker red. Right now, let's do one lens, and let's zoom in. Okay. Sorry about the camera shake. Get like this, and we're going to go in as close as we can get it. That's about it right there. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. All right, so you just can hold that up there pin it down, tape it, whatever you want to do. I think I'm gonna tape it down with some blue tape. To make it stay, might as well do both. Make it stay put. So there's one piece of blue tape. I'm gonna make sure that the horizontal lines are going kind of with the angle of the car. That looks pretty good actually. This way, this angle, not straight up and down because the car is turned in on an angle. All right, so let's see if we can get a little more push down power from that. And I also am going to get in here with my fingers like that. All right, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to go with, I'm going to peek one more time at my lines, which are almost gone. That tape is not holding. Okay, that's better. All right, so let me just give a design here of sorts. Like I said, if this is too red, I can always go back to a darker color. All right, so a little more mist, and then I will go to a darker version of itself right here by spraying heavier. Okay. And then I'm going to look at it. Okay, that's better. That's somewhat better. Now I'm going to go back to the original. This is a little bigger than, in other words, it would be a tighter screen, tighter webbing, whatever the wording is. But this will work for. Let me just go back to. I'll show you the picture of the back of the Corvette. It's a 2004 Corvette, and I'm using that as my reference. Hopefully you can see it. Pull back further. Okay. Now, that's just for the taillights. Let me go to the real picture. Okay, so let's see. Go out of here, go out of there. Go back to my page, which I already have his Corvette on there from what I was painting. And I go to, try to go to it. Okay, I know it's here. I got a lot of stuff on my page, so I have to hunt for it. I left the original picture because the lens on his other one was just more detail. I could see it better. You'll see what I'm talking about as soon as I get to the picture. One more scroll here. There it is. Okay. I'll make this bigger. And let's look at what he has. Okay, so you can see here, it's a cool shot and everything, but it's a little filmy. You know, it's a little, I don't even know if you could tell. It's looking, it's a little less, it looks like road film or something on it. So I'm going to try to use this. I'm going to darken the red. Okay, I'm going to put some more, a little more red into the actual, I'm running out of color here. I won't be getting into color mixtures. I'm trying to develop a possibility of doing tutorials on a Zoom. So I'm going to be holding back on some. You know, I can't give them Zoom lessons, and I need to make an income, you know, when I can here. If I'm giving it all on my YouTube page, but I'm going to give enough on my YouTube page to definitely give, you know, you insight and things to what I do, but at the same time, it won't be. As a matter of fact, when I did a lot of part 1, part 2, part 3, nobody really watched every part, and if they did, it wasn't as many, and on and on and on. So it's kind of like an experiment right now too, because of seeing the numbers and stuff, it's like, okay, well, let's just do this and go from there. So we get a little bit of a darker, hopefully it's darker, right, meaning a darker red than I already put down. There we go. There's that. And I'm looking at the picture now. There's a littler one here, just a little guy at the bottom. And then there's a couple of little shapes that are making color changes right there. It doesn't take much. You can always go back and tweak it and do other things to it. And over here, I've got one right here. Just kind of air on, push it. Whoops, a little flooding. Air dry it. Let's see if I can wipe that down. Okay, it still works. I can just touch that up later. All right, so we've got the details. You can see if it's a little too bright, I can make adjustments with, actually I'm going to do that right now on the video. I'm just going to go in and take the same color and I'm going to deepen it with my top secret formula. Not really. It's just color theory. It's plenty of my videos talk about color theory to a degree. And I'm just trying to speed this process along and show you just the technique here. So I'm mixing this color. I'm getting pretty dark here, actually. Very dark. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty dark. I'm going to hit some red into that. Got a little bit too much reducer and a little bit too much of the darkness. So we'll just play around with it a little bit until we get a little more color in it. I'm going to try that. That's one good thing about the airbrush. Just like with pencil artwork, graphite, we can spray lighter. We don't have to spray 100%, and then we can get the effect of the color we're looking for without getting too dark. So we're going to go back into the same spots, and I'm going to deepen this area. It should be darker. Yeah, that's more what I'm looking for there. And then over here, I think I'm going to come out with a little bit right here on an angle. It's kind of like lines are running through it. And then an overall, just a little mist on the one side, there and there. And I think we're going to let this be, maybe I could put a little color right off on the corner there, just to have it change. Okay, so I've got something going on here, so let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Right to about there. Take this off and see it against the blue now. What a difference, you know? If they're a little too bright, then, now this is covered in film, so at the same time, you know, that's going to go away. That's going to be just a little bit lighter blue. There'll be a strong highlight there. This right here, let me get an X-Acto knife. That film that's covering the inner rim area of a blue, you know, the body. It's a sunken in inset where the lens goes. So that'll be a darker blue than the car's blue. It'll be very dark. And then this one too. Here, we gotta get that off there. Pain in the neck frisket. Not my favorite to work with. Okay, come on now. There we go. Okay, so this area will be the darker blue. All right, making those lens sink in to the car's body more. All right, so again, looking at it up close. Whoops, sorry, wrong way. I'm gonna even make this come in closer here. It's kind of under the film, so you can see some texture. You can see a blowout here, which I will fix, but it gives you a feel, hopefully, for where I'm going with this. So now the red lens adds a lot. As you put more color and you get rid of other colors, such as the white, not other colors, the more you get rid of the white, the more this is going to become one as a picture and not look so, like a puzzle. This is like the white area here, a lot of light blue in there and chrome, super shine. The trees are going to be much more enhanced. They're reflecting into the car's body. I started to spray in here earlier today, but I didn't have the right mixture. I took a black mixture, grayish black, and I started to bring it over, and I realized, wait a minute, there's so much blue washout. It's a dark blue haze, and then it goes to a kind of a blue, blacker, but I had it just too black and I took it too far. So I'll just clean this up a little bit more, okay? And then from there I will bring, to make the window, even you might even be able to see a little bit of light sky. So I will clean up that area from the horrible, spraying and erasing and all that stuff, and just make it whiter, a little fantastic there. Don't let that drip. It does sort of go after the clay board a little bit. Not a lot. When I say a little bit, I mean it becomes a little less smooth to the touch, but you could get in there with whatchamacallit. I got to do the close-up when I'm closer. It could get in there with some kind of, lighter sandpaper, and you could polish it up, but you could end up scratching that, but this can still be sprayed on. I mean, I'm using Opegs especially. There's no scratch marks. Here it's going to be cleaned up, and I'm killing a little bit of the steering wheel. I got to fix that. But that's the idea. I'm trying to get rid of a mistake, because you want to show all the mistakes too. You don't want to just show nothing is going perfectly, So if it's not going perfectly, the best lesson from me to you would be to show the things that are not going right. Sky is still under film. Frisk it. Okay. So we can give a little peek at that. And there it is, the beautiful blue against the roof of the Corvette. Slowly, and there's a lot more I have to do. I mean, this is going to go through the basic lay in the colors, and then it's going to go to a tweaking it, pushing it, off camera, where I got to get it to a place where I am totally happy. That's covered under film. And so once I get the shine in here and decide about this gravel, the shadow, the tires are going to melt right into the darkness. So you're not going to really see the tire shape right here. It's going to get lost in the shadows, and that'll really help hold up the car. And then as it comes out of the shadow, there'll be some kind of gray stones like pebbles, and then all of a sudden the color of them will be here in the sunlight, and that'll take care of the bottom. And then it will get real dark here, so it'll fade in from real bright color to dull colors to black. And here it'll be all lost. And there's a chrome pipe and a little more chrome. There'll be some chrome on here of vents and different things that are on the car that I talked to my friend who owns this car about and said, what's this and what's that? Because I haven't seen that. Now there's a little Windex that came down onto the car, my bad, and just ate away at the paint on the deck. So I have to fix that. That's not a hard fix, but it's a pain in the neck. Again, another mistake, but it's not going to ruin the painting. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little short video. And again, it's just working with the taillights. This will just be a dark inset. And thanks for checking it out, and take care. Bye-bye.